So my son has a job now, and I feel like he should help me around the house with the bills. So I told him starting
For
February.
what? No.
I told him starting February 1st, he's gonna start paying $500 a
For
month,
what?
and then he's gonna start paying his cell phone. I've been paying his cell phone since he had a cell phone since he was 7. You paid your phone bill like 2 times. Anyway, parents, do you think he should start paying rent? He feels like he don't have to pay rent. You want to give your part real fast?
I'm 17, bro. What am I paying rent for?
You can't stay nowhere for free. You
I
work.
know. When I'm 18, I'll figure that out.
No, you're gonna figure it out now. $500 a month. I don't care what he say. Either 500 or the door.
What? Let me play this video again. I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna break this down a little bit. Hold on. First and foremost, let me go ahead and start by saying this. No. 110% no. It's an absolute no for me. Right? I'm not doing that. If you've been paying if you've been paying the bills this entire time, from the time that your kid was a youngin' to now, and you telling me you ain't got no pay increase, you ain't leveled up at your job, you ain't done anything, you ain't saved your money, you ain't done anything. And now all of a sudden you're requiring your child that you have been taking care of this entire time, you're requiring them to pay you $500 a month. And if they don't, you're going to kick them out. You're going to kick them out the house. Instead of, you like, you know what? I'm going to tell you, matter of fact, instead of you actually paying rent, I'm going to show you, because this is where it's critical for parents. This is where you should start learning how to invest your money properly, right? You think he should help Dr. Knockable? Knockable? This is where it's important and critical as parents, right? This is where we have to be able to each one teach one, right? The things that we begin to learn, we have to teach our children, right? So if you are paying and you start learning how to invest your money properly, not taking the old school way of just, hey man, put your money in the savings account, because guess what? You put your money in the traditional savings account, you're going to be losing more money than you actually are saving, right? So we can dive into that, tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description, as well as pinned in the comments, right? Oh, I got to pin them in the comments too. But let me do it right now while I'm thinking about it. Let me pin it in the comments. All right, there it is. Pin in the comments. But when you learn how to invest your money properly, now what you could do is teach him. Like, listen, you got a job now. This is what I want you to do. I want you to take a certain percentage, 10 to 20% of what you're making on your check, because you ain't got no bills, right? Take 10, 20% of your check and you invest that money. You invest that money so that way your money can compound over time by opening up a brokerage account. I go into detail about it in my ebook. Link is in the description, as well as in the comments, right? Earn while you save. It teaches you this. So she could teach him how to invest his money. She been paying the bills this entire time. She don't need him to do that now. He could take, if he got food that he wants to buy, yeah, cool. You got a percentage of that, cool. You go and buy your groceries that you can eat, so you ain't got to eat up all of mom's food when she go grocery shopping, so y'all make y'all food last a little bit longer. Cool, you can do that. But to actually require him to pay $500 a month, you out of your fucking mind. No. You ain't helping him. You're not helping him at all. You're setting him back. And then to give the ultimatum and saying that he gonna have to get up out of the house, you bugging.
So my son has a job now, and I feel like
he's 17. He's 17. He's still a teenager. No. You're not required. You're not required to pay $500 a month. You're the parent. That ain't no fucking partnership. No. There's no every able body can help. No. You've made it this far. You don't need figure it out. Figure it out. Yeah, he's still young, 17.
he should help me around the house with the bills. So I told him starting February.
No,
I told him starting February 1st, he's gonna start paying $500 a month.
This is crazy.
And then he's gonna start paying his cell phone. I've been paying his cell phone since he had a cell phone since he was 7. You paid your phone bill like 2 times. Anyway, parents, do you think he should start paying rent? He feels like he don't have to pay rent. You want to give your part real fast?
I'm 17, bro. What am I paying rent for?
You can't stay nowhere for free. You work.
I know. When I'm 18, I'll figure that out.
No, you're gonna figure it out now. $500 a month. I don't care what he say. Either $500 or the door.
$500 a month. Mind you, he's 17 years old, so that's probably his whole fucking paycheck. He ain't making a lot, bro. At 17, you ain't making a lot of money at the age of 17. What's the man? Let me see. So a teenage between weekly earnings, teenage between the ages of 16 to 19 earning median of $648 per week, right? $648 per week, roughly 33,000. Mind you, that's not counting for taxes, health insurance. It's not counting for all. It's not accounting for none of that shit. So that 600 goes quickly down to about $300, $200, if that. And that's also depending on if they're working full-time, if they're working part-time. If they're working part-time, you definitely ain't making a lot of money. You feel me? And you gonna make him pay $500? Apparently she don't need help. Here's the thing. I don't, you know what? I'm not gonna say what she does need or don't need because she didn't give us that information. But what I am gonna say is this: no, you've been doing it this long. Why you need help from him now? No, this is your child. This ain't your boyfriend. This ain't your husband. No, this ain't none of that. This ain't a friend. This ain't somebody that you decided to split the rent with. No, this is your child that you are responsible for. Absolutely not. No, it's a no. It's a 110% no. That money is your money. I'm going to teach you how to invest your money so that way you won't go out this bitch and just start spending your money all crazy, so you can actually understand how to save your money, because now you're only 17, but by the time you turn 30, you're going to have a stack of money just sitting in your account, and you're going to, of course, depending on if you go to college or you get a better job or you learn some different skills that's going to get you higher pay, you've already instilled and built this foundation on how to actually invest your money. Now, not to mention, you're going to have your 401ks, you're going to have your IRAs, you're going to have all of these different things that you can invest your money into. So now you stacking bread while you living below your means at the same time. You're living below your means at the same time while you stacking up this paper. And she up here worried about $500. Man, hell nah. Hell nah. She bugging. Hell, nope, absolutely not. Mom, I don't care if you hear this video. No, you're 110% wrong. No, we got to do better as a Black community, bro. We got to do better, bro. We got to. This isn't that. Now, if he decides to do it out the kind of his heart, cool. Like, here, Mom, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna give you $500, but I'm gonna throw you $100. I'm gonna throw you $100 ball. I'm gonna throw you 200 or some shit like that. I still wouldn't recommend it. And as a parent, you probably shouldn't either. You're like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take that, and you gonna take that money. You go invest it for him. You can do that. But to sit up here and say that you require this man to pay $500, this 17-year-old $500, or you gonna kick him out? That's crazy work, bro. You gotta do better. Moms, you gotta, man, some of y'all gotta do better, bro. Real talk. This shit is insane. This is insane. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. and make sure you hit the bell notification.